Hi Change Checkers, and welcome to our latest newsletter, and this one is very special.
Yeah, I think you're right. So this is possibly going to be the most exciting newsletter that we've filmed for quite a while, and that's because August was actually the month that the Coronation 50p entered circulation.
So exciting, and we can't wait to tell you all about it, as well as talk about some other exciting things that happened in August. So I'm Kate.
And I'm Rachel, and this is your Change Checker newsletter for August. Now, as we alluded to right at the start of the video, there's been some really exciting news this month. Perhaps the most exciting news we've had for quite a while now is that the Coronation 50p has finally entered circulation. Really exciting news, isn't it?
It is so exciting. Yeah. I mean, as Change Checkers, we love it when a new coin enters circulation, and this is no exception. So obviously the King's Coronation 50p was released earlier in the year, and it features Westminster Abbey, where the coronation took place, and the King's Royal Cipher in the middle. Now, interestingly, the collector version of this that was issued earlier in the year, on the back, the King is crowned, which is unusual for kings on coins. It's usually reserved for female monarchs, but the circulation version, he won't be wearing a crown. So imagine having the collector version and then finding this one in your change and having both together. That would be so cool.
That's like the ultimate goal, isn't it? To find both side by side. Now, 5 million of them were actually released into circulation on the 10th of August. So we do stand a fairly good chance of finding this one in our change. And to help collectors out, we've been keeping track of where they've been found. So we have a Charles in Your Change collector map. It's tracking down where they're popping up all across the country. So if you have managed to find one, make sure that you are using the map. And if you're still looking for one, then head over to the map to find out where they are being discovered.
Yeah, it's interesting to see where they're popping up.
Yeah.
Like, so far distribution is fairly even, I would say, but it looks like there's quite a lot in the Midlands.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. So maybe that's the place we need to go.
And London, obviously,
So yeah, we've actually been trying as hard as we can to find this 50p in our change. We've been looking at different post offices that have been local to us to try and find the Coronation 50p, but no luck so far.
No.
So we need to keep our eyes on the collector map and see where they are popping up so that we can make sure we get out there and find one for ourselves.
Yeah, but if you want to find out more about this new circulation coin, click the link in the description box. So next up we have a new UK £5 coin, and it's actually the latest one to be issued in the Myths and Legends £5 series, and it features Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah, that's right. So Morgan Le Fay was actually King Arthur's half-sister, but you know, she's often portrayed as a bit of a villain, and she's a kind of a witch character who can fly and shapeshift. However, in alternate versions of the story, she actually helps King Arthur when he's wounded, treating his injuries.
Yeah, I was going to say, the stories I've seen, she's like quite a healer.
Yes, so I think there's lots of myths around this character, which is great for her being celebrated on the Myths and Legends £5 coin.
Exactly, yeah, and obviously this series has been incredibly popular. Previously we've seen King Arthur and Merlin be celebrated on these coins, but Morgan Le Fay is actually the last character from Arthurian legend to be featured in this series. So I wonder what they will do next.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to know. So if you've got any ideas about what you'd like to see on a Myths and Legend £5, do let us know in the comments below. And if you want to get your hands on Morgan Le Fay and the other coins in the Arthurian Legends series, make sure that you head over to our blog. There's all the information there about these coins. Now this month, the Isle of Man hosted their famed Manx Grand Prix races, which is a really exciting time on the island. And best yet, we've actually had a new £2 coin released because this year marks a very special anniversary, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's actually 100 years of the Manx Grand Prix. So something special that this coin has been issued to mark that milestone. This coin is really nice. It features the Manx Grand Prix AB Crookle Trophy, which is awarded to the winner each year. And it also features the official Manx Grand Prix logo, all encircled in a decorative laurel wreath.
Yeah, so a really lovely coin there. You actually feel almost like you're holding the trophy in your very own hands. So we love this one. Really, really great. But if you do want to find out more about this one and just how collectible the Isle of Man coins are, head over to our blog because, you know, we've seen the Isle of Man TT coins issued previously.
Yes, they're always popular every year.
Popular, yeah, absolutely. And they sell for quite a lot, some of them on the secondary market as well.
Yeah, I think the first one was issued in 1981.
Yep, you're right.
50p, and it's one of the ones that collectors look out for on the island, definitely.
Absolutely. But you know, this one, it's the first ever Manx Grand Prix £2. So I think we're going to see this one become very collectible. Definitely a sought after one for collectors. If you're lucky enough to be over on the Isle of Man, you might see one, but over here in the UK, the best bet is to buy this one in superior collector quality, you can find out how to do that by heading over to our blog.
So back to UK coins. Now this coin really is what everyone has been Tolkien about.
You love the cheese, don't you?
I love a pun. So this coin actually pays tribute to legendary fantasy author, you guessed it, JRR Tolkien.
Yeah. Now this coin actually featured in the 2023 annual set, so you might have seen it already. I have to say it's probably my favourite coin from the set. I think the design is incredible. There's lots of features to look out for on this one, aren't there?
Yeah, it's got loads of features and it's perfectly encircled by an intricately detailed runic band, along with the years of his life, 1892 to 1973, and the words writer, poet, scholar, perfectly summing up, what a man he was.
Oh, absolutely. He really did help shape the whole fantasy genre as we know it today. But what I really love about this as well is even the edge inscription, which reads, "Not all those who wander are lost." And that was actually a quote taken from his poem, The Riddle of Strider.
Yes. Now, Tolkien is obviously best known for his books and films like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, as well as other scholarly essays that he did. And he also did loads of translations of Middle English. But those are the big ones. And obviously they've been translated into so many different languages. The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit have each had 3 massive blockbuster films with a huge cult following. So if you are a fan of either The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, fantasy, literature in general, or you just appreciate really beautifully designed coins, definitely one to get in your collection.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, like you say, I think so many people will love this coin for multiple different reasons. I love the design, and I also think that the genre itself is pretty cool too. But if you want to find out more about it, you can head over to our blog and see all the details there. So this month we released our latest Scarcity Index, and some exciting news. We actually have the very first King Charles III coin appear on our index. Now this isn't the Coronation 50p that's only just gone into a change. We're actually talking about the Memoriam 50p, which entered circulation back in December last year.
Yeah, the very first one. So in December, 4.9 million of them entered circulation. And as with the Coronation one, we released our collector map to help you find where they are and which locations they were popping up in. And it's finally making its way into collections because it has appeared on our Scarcity Index.
That's right. So now we finally have enough data of collectors that have found this one, have swapped it with collectors and got it in their collection. We've been able to update all of the 50p's, and there's been some big movers there on this index. So definitely ones to look out for, aren't there?
Yeah, so we had the Olympic handball 50p, which climbed 14 places, putting it right up the top with those other Olympic 50p's. And of course, in first place, still Kew Gardens.
That's the one to look out for sure. There was actually the Ironside 50p, which dropped down a fair few places as well, but it is always interesting to see how the 50p's moved and how sought after they are. Obviously, we update it every quarter, so it does give you a good balance to see how collectible they are in the moment.
Yeah, our £2 index was fairly stable as expected, as no new £2 have entered circulation since 2016, but we did see some movement on the 10p index, with the Bond and NHS 10p's dropping by 10 places each. So if you want to find out exactly where your coins rank in our Scarcity Index, there's a link in the description box.
Now, August has definitely been a busy month in the numismatic world. We've seen the new coins being issued and those Coronation 50p's actually entering circulation, so a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, I'm so excited to get out there and find that Coronation 50p out in the wild and put it with the collector version, so you've got the crowned and the uncrowned version together.
Yeah, that's the challenge, not just for us, but for you guys as well. And make sure that if you do find one, you enter your postcode into our collector map so that we can track where you're most likely to find these coins.
Yeah, and don't forget you can find out more about everything we've spoken about today by clicking the links in the description, and also make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future videos from us.
You can also listen to us on the go wherever you are with the Change Checker podcast, which is available on all major streaming platforms.
Thank you so much for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time when we'll be reporting on the month of September.
See you next time.
Bye.